What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Also going to get into some altcoins as well. What we're going to do today is look at the weekly time frame. So each candle is going to represent 1 week. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Bitcoin here as we're trying to get over top of this previous all-time high here, guys. And that's going to be roughly at about, on this chart, 69,181. So we've went up, we've touched it, we've started to pull back just a little bit here, guys, but this is definitely exciting news. No red flags as of now as we're looking. We're still up above our 20-week simple moving average, our 50 and our 200. The only thing I say is that we're pretty extended away from this 20-week simple moving average. So sometimes, guys, you got to retrace a little bit. And ideally, that'd be great for us if we did pull back, everything cooled down a little bit, maybe down into this range right in here, maybe a little bit lower to prior day's high. And then we attempt to get up and through this so we have extra steam. Because sometimes when you go straight up, trying to break a major resistance like this, that can stall you out a little bit. So any type of relief would actually probably be good for Bitcoin, and then we want to try to break out. And then the nice thing about that, guys, if it's a true breakout, then you're at blue sky breakouts and there's no overhead resistance, there's no bag holders, and that's one of the best times to when price can really run, when you hit those blue sky breakouts. So just being patient right now, guys, willing and waiting to see what happens here at this all-time high. Right now, our money flow is going to be at a positive 13.15. VWAP is going to be at a positive 8.27, so everything's looking pretty good there. Relative strength on the weekly is going to be up at 87.54, so be aware of that as well. So that's Bitcoin, guys. Everything's looking pretty good there on the weekly time frame. If we get into our technicals for Bitcoin, this is just going to break everything down for you. If you look on the month, we have a strong buy. On the week, we have a strong buy, and on the daily time frame, we have a buy. So that's just going to calculate all your oscillators and moving averages, everything together for you, and it kind of gives you a summary. And that's what I like to look at when I'm looking at the longer term, bigger picture. We want to look at the month, the weekly, and the daily. Next one we're going to get into is Ethereum. So ETH having a really nice day, up over 4% so far right now. So we got up through, guys, this was a major area here at about $3,600. So we would want a weekly candle close up above that area. If that's the case, guys, then Ethereum potentially could just go up and test those all-time highs with the type of move that's been having. We would still want to see some more volume coming in here. I still think some type of retracement would be healthy for us. But overall, guys, there's definitely no flags going on right now on the weekly time frame for Ethereum. Our money flow is going to be at a positive 10.36. VWAP is going to be at a positive 7.24. And our relative strength is going to be up around 84. So right now, Ethereum looking great on the weekly time frame. No problems there. If we get into Cardano next, if you're here for Cardano, Ada, let me know down low. So guys, we closed a weekly candle, and this is really important for us. We closed a weekly candle up above our 200-week moving average, and that's what we want. We want to stay up above it. We closed on some heavier volume. Now we don't want to lose it, and that's going to be at 70 cents. So 70 cents is a line in the sand. It's the area that we need to hold. And what it also aligns with on the one-day time frame here, guys, we're up above our 200 as well. So this is the first time in a long time that we've been up above our 200-week moving average as well as our 200-day moving average. And if you can see from my smart money concepts here on the daily time frame, we did have this break of structure here. We broke out. It came on heavier volume, and we have been getting some follow-through. So most important thing now would be holding the prior day low, which is going to put you at about 72 cents. And then overhead resistance, we'd have to break out through 80 cents. But so far, everything looking good there on the weekly and the daily time frame. So we'll jump back to the weekly there. For Cardano, guys, money flow is going to be a positive 0.60. VWAP is going to be at a positive 10, and our relative strength is going to be at 75.78. Next one's going to be AVAX. All right, guys, so AVAX up above our 20 and 50 simple moving average, so no problems there. Next overhead resistance we need to get through is going to be $50. Main support that we need to hold that we wouldn't want to start dropping down through is going to be about $36. But so far, what you can see for AVAX here, guys, coming out of this stage 4, we've had this stage 1 accumulation area. We had our first major impulse wave out, came on some heavier volume as well. We've retraced, tried to hold this higher low, and now we need to go get that higher high. Really have that higher low and higher high on the weekly time frame for us. So really watch those support and resistance areas. Money flow is going to be at a negative 5.86. VWAP is going to be at a positive 4, and our relative strength is going to be at 68.29 right now. But overall, just stepping back here, guys, if AVAX really truly does want to get going, this could have been one of the first waves or impulses into that stage 2 when we start forming that uptrend. So we just got to see what happens, guys. Remember, in this space, anything can happen. Nobody knows for sure what's going to happen. We can go off history, we can go off whatever, but just let price action guide you. That's going to be the best for you. And then pick your time frame that you're going to be trading on, weekly, daily, 4 hour, and stick to it. So that's going to be AVAX, guys. The next one I wanted to get into for us, let's get down here a little bit. Let's go into Link. So for Link, trading up above our 200-week moving average there, up above our 20-week simple moving average and our 50. So all good in terms of that here. Main area of overhead resistance we need to get through is going to be $22. Main area of support that we need to hold is going to be about $18.15. Same deal with Link, guys. I believe this was our stage 4. We talked about Link quite a lot here in this accumulation area. We got our breakout, we had that change of structure, and it came on heavier volume. So similar to how AVAX is, this potentially could be one of the first moves out in this stage 2 that we talk about in terms of market trends. Relative strength is going to be at 69. Money flow is going to be at a positive 4. And then our VWAP is going to be about flat for Link there. If we do the technicals for Link, on the 1 month, we have a buy. On the 1 week, we have a buy. And then on the 1 day, we have a buy. So that's going to be Link. Let me see what else we got here for us, guys. Let's get into Solana. So Sol, so far having a nice day, even with a little bit of market weakness here in the broader market. So Solana up above our 20 and our 50 moving average there. On the weekly time frame, we have got our high, higher low, higher high. So we are uptrending. That's no problem there. So just looking for red flags here, guys. And so far, we're coming up to this resistance at roughly about $145. We're going to have to see how we react if we can get a candle close up above that. And if we can, then that could open up the doors to go up maybe and test that $200 range. So those are kind of the upside targets if we can get through this resistance here. Downside, we don't want to really lose the prior day's high here, guys, which is going to put you at $111. Money flow is going to be at a positive 6.67. VWAP is going to be at a positive 5. And then our relative strength is going to be at 77.16. And that's going to be Solana. Uniswap having a nice day here. Guys, you can see a lot of these altcoin charts, they look similar. So coming out of that stage 4, here's our stage 1. You can see our bottom line here. We have our top line breaking out. We need it to come on heavier volume, but this is what you want to see as we try to get over top of about $13. If that is breached, then we could go up and look to potentially $20. Main area support that we want to hold, guys, I'm going to say about $9.50, this area that we did break out from. So right here, we had our break, came on above average volume, but you can still see, guys, just even zooming out, not a ton of volume yet. But this definitely could be a start here. If the volume picks up, it could run pretty hard, pretty fast. So right now, for Uniswap on the month, we got a strong buy. The week, strong buy, and the daily, a strong buy. So that's what you kind of see, guys, once things start to flip a little bit and the bulls are encouraged. You kind of start seeing us break out of these stage 1 accumulation areas, and that's what we're looking for. Next one we're going to get into is Litecoin. So Litecoin, guys, still got some work to do. It's had some nice days. Let me get this trend line off. If you're here for Litecoin, show me some love down low. I'll keep covering it for you. So for Litecoin, guys, we got to get over top of this 200-week simple moving average. And that's a big area for us. And that's going to put us at $104 right there. So that's the main overhead target. You can see we flirted with it 1, 2, 3, about 3 times here. We would need to get through that. And it needs to come on some nice volume like we had here. So that is good volume. Area of support that we need to hold is this green box down here where we had some buy orders. And that's also going to be the prior day. Let me see, guys, prior week's low, and that's going to put you right around $69. Money flow is going to be at a negative 4.02. VWAP is going to be at a positive 25.57, and our relative strength is going to be at 61. So even with Litecoin's nice move here, guys, still lagging behind, but you know, Litecoin's one that once it gets moving, guys, it can really put on moves fast, as you can see back in here. I mean, this was just November, let's see, guys, 2020, and then by around April 2021 here, you can see, I mean, this was a massive move from around $70 all the way up to about $415. So Litecoin is definitely one I wouldn't sleep on, but it's still lagging and it still has some work to do. But I wanted to put this out for you guys. Be patient. If you have positions on, you know, not financial advice, just let them ride and let the market do the work for you. God bless each and every one of you. Take care, my friends.